Hello, everybody! It do be me, Red Flare, Jase, of Team Sarcastic Dinosaur. And today, I am joined by my ever-lovely co-host.
Me, Fran. You forgot troopers, by the way.
What?
You forgot troopers, you didn't say troopers.
Oh, I keep forgetting about troopers.
The most important part of the name.
I keep forgetting our precious part of the name that was inspired by stormtroopers. Anyway.
Yeah. What a great start.
Oh yes, an amazing
Today,
start.
what are we doing
Exposing
today?
me. Today, we, my friends, are on a mission. A mission to find out which is the best cartoons out there. The best to the worst. Now, disclaimer. Me and Fran may not have seen all of these, but I guarantee that we have seen most of them.
I'm gonna say, like, yeah, like you said, I don't think I've seen them, but like all of these, but I've probably seen the majority of them. If not, like, I have like some small memories of like at least maybe an episode or something. But other than that, like I barely like have probably seen them. I don't know.
Yes. And
Like, you know, maybe enough to like understand them or whatever, you know, like that kind of deal.
now, listen. This
Yes.
tier list is the most objective tier list ever. There is nothing subjective about it. This is the definitive tier list.
Yeah,
What we
because
say
our
is law.
yeah, because apparently our opinions are fact, right?
Exactly. If you like something on here, but we put it down, we're not wrong. You're wrong. And you should feel bad for being wrong.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Oh, I'm being very aggressive today.
I don't support this opinion, but you can like what you like.
They can only like what they like if I like it too.
Well, okay. Well, if that's the case, we better get going because there's a lot on this list.
Well, let's best shots.
Okay, so
I have no bearing on this show whatsoever, but my sister used to have a lot of the toys. And she'd make me play with them. So
I don't know. So I'm pretty sure there's.
unless
really?
you watched it?
I have actually.
You have?
So as a kid, I always went to my cousin's house, and they always put like girls' cartoons on,
Yeah.
stuff like, you know, like this was one of them, and then, I'm pretty sure a few others are on this list too. But like this one, to my knowledge, was not bad. I think it depends on the series because there's quite a few like sort of spin-offs on this. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it's this specific one. I'd say meh or bad.
Meh
honestly.
or bad. You know, we'll put it in meh. We'll give it the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I mean, there's one of those cartoons that's like I felt was neutral. I don't know.
All right, DuckTales. A.
I think I agree with you. Do you have anything to say though first
Okay.
about it?
All I know is I haven't seen the show from start to finish. I haven't seen the original show from start to finish, but I do know that they are amazingly written, very enjoyable. And I feel like if I did watch them, I'd probably put them in S. However, since I haven't properly watched them, I put them in A.
I think I agree with you, like completely, because I think like this is one of the shows that I like would have wanted to watch, but it was under like, oh, you have to like watch it under. I think it was Disney XD, and I don't have access to that. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's on Disney Plus, but anyways, I don't have the time to watch through it. But I think if I did watch through it, I would like it because like I've seen a few clips here and there, and it looks amazing.
I also like
It
the
gets a
character
chuckle out of me.
Duck.
Is that the ant?
Mom.
The mom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the reveal
I think I remember
gets
she showed up once. I saw that in a clip. That's a spoiler probably. I don't know. Whatever. It goes in A. It belongs in A.
After our last Airbender. Okay. That's an instant S. For me? Now, the thing is, it's not one of my absolute favorite cartoons, but I cannot deny the quality of it. Not even a little bit. On both a story and an animation aspect. It's up there with even the best of what anime has to offer.
Wow, that's a big statement to say, I think.
Yep.
In my opinion, I think I agree, even though I haven't watched it fully. Like I feel like I know like generally what happens in it, because like my brother binges it and basically watched a bunch of it, and I watched like bits and pieces of it. Like I know some characters exist and some do this and some do that. Like I feel like the most I've actually watched is book 1, and that's about it. But I know like what happens. I know the ending of it. Like that's basically what I know. But other than that, I know it's. But from what I know, it's pretty good. Like
My
I don't know.
experience with it is like it's when I was a kid, I loved this show, but as I grew older and more people kept kind of praising it, I always kind of felt like it was a lot of overhype. So it kind of annoyed me to the point where I didn't like the show as much as I think I would have otherwise.
Yeah. See, like I have that problem with a bunch of like media nowadays, but I'm not gonna say examples because that's not that kind of video. But
Fortnite Among Us.
that's I mean that's different, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, like honestly, like from what I know, Avatar is pretty good. It belongs in S tier, and I agree with your choice.
Okay. Now we're going to get to the first bias choice. Listen, there's no way it couldn't have been an SS tier. Absolutely
Well,
no way. You can
see,
turn on a random episode of this show and have an amazing time.
Yeah, I think I agree. Even though like I'm gonna to be completely honest, I barely watched any of like these kinds of cartoons when I was younger. But I know its quality is of the upper echelon of superhero cartoons, I think.
Yes.
Is the right wording.
Now,
I don't know. Anyways,
this
go on.
was probably my most watched Batman show as a kid. Like, it was the Batman show that was around at the time, along with the Batman and the animated series with the Justice League and all that. But when I was growing up, this was the Batman show that was on, and I absolutely loved it. Like, I would go online, I'd play all like the Flash games and stuff.
Oh, that sounds so cool. Like,
They used to have like this one picture game where you get all these characters and you have like poses for them that you'd be able to put them in, and you put them in places. And like you can make like little comic story things.
oh, that's so
Like that,
cool.
and then you'd be able to print out those papers.
That sounds so cool. That's awesome.
It's also where
I would love to play with those as a
Bronze
kid.
Tiger. A great
Bronze
character.
Tiger.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
So this is a bias for sure. Now, if I wasn't as biased, I'd probably put it in an A.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
You know, I think Family Guy had its moments, but I'm probably going to have to put it in like. Well, I mean,
Is it really a D or like even an F? Like I think it's because I don't know, like it started decent, I think, because it's like it goes with the whole like sort of thing of like, oh, it's just one of those Simpsons-esque shows, you know? Like I don't know, like it's been going on for like so long now. That's the point where it's like it's gone off like the good phase of it and it's gone into like mediocrity, I guess.
It's weird.
Like I don't know how to rank like a show that's still going on.
I don't think it's ever been amazing, but I think that it's had its good points to keep it just barely out of DRF.
I think so. I mean, like you have all these memes coming from it, so you know, it's still in like today's standard of being known. People still talk about Brian dying.
Yeah.
That's not a spoiler because everyone knows that, but you know.
So, let's get on to our next and probably most controversial pick.
Which oh. do you need to explain this one?
Yeah. Okay. The thing about this
I'll let you take it.
Yep. The thing about this pick is that it's not that I hate this show. I actually kind of like it. but it's just so sad and disappointing to me personally. Like this is like the opposite of of my bias to love. This is a bias to hate right now. Because it's just wasted potential in its purest form. It had a lot of things going for it, a lot of things that it could have capitalized to be an amazing show, but it just didn't. And like it's such, every time I see it, I imagine what could have been versus what is, and I get very sad. Because what is bad. Overall bad, despite having a few good moments.
See, my experience with it, like, prior to you, actually, prior to meeting you, I watched like a few episodes of it here and there whenever it was on TV or something. And I was like, okay, sure. Like, if I hadn't met you and I was doing this tier list, I would have put it in meh, actually. But after like doing that video of the whole, this Ultimate Spider-Man versus Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. By the way, please watch that video. That's a really good video. We did it. It's on the channel.
Link in the description.
After you explained all that to me and we looked into it, like you showed me the research about it, I think I fully agree with your statements. Like it's wasted potential. Like I don't know what else to say because you explained it like perfectly in the video and just now. So
I tried.
There's nothing else to like say about it. It's just wasted potential.
Okay, so let's move on with our next pick, right?
Yep, sure.
Voltron. I think I'm gonna put it in meh. Now, I haven't seen the full series. I've seen like season 1, and then I stopped. But season 1 was alright. Actually, I think I'm going to put it good, because I do fondly remember that season.
See, the thing with Voltron, I think this is like it's a DreamWorks like cartoon. This is like during where like DreamWorks didn't make cartoons like that, right? So
I think it was on Netflix. Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Yeah, then I definitely have not looked into this one. This is completely your choicing. So if you'd say it's in B and it deserves it, then sure. I mean,
I could be wrong though. I'm not like a big part of the fandom, but I do know there is a fandom out there. So that has to count for something.
Right. Because a fandom because a fandom makes anything good. Clearly.
Hey now. Listen. You're making a jab that I don't think you want to make right now.
Well, I've said more controversial things, so moving on.
Okay. So, American Dragon Jake Long. I think that deserves to go in A. Not above DuckTales, but on around the same level.
Another interesting one, because this is another one that I have not watched either, or I barely. All right, like I know I still have slim knowledge of it because I watched the Death Battle where he was in it, so I know a little bit. But other than that, no, I have no knowledge about Jake Long. But it's cool though.
It's a show about an Asian American kid.
Yep.
As he learns that his family is part of an ancient something that turned into dragons to be protectors of the mystical world. It skips a generation, so the dragon gene skipped his mother, came to him, and to his little sister.
Yeah, I mean it's a cool concept actually. I remember I dig it. If I were like a kid, I'd love to watch that, but I never had access to it. So
there's a lot of Spider-Man tropes that are used to okay effect in this show. Okay. I think I should make an entirely different tier that's called Spider-Man ripoffs.
Are you for real? I mean, I don't know, man. Nah, we're good.
Nah, but yeah, there's going to be a decent amount of cartoons that follow a Spider-Man formula.
It's cartoons. Everyone copies off each other.
No, you're right. So, Pac-Man, never watched.
Actually, see, so I've seen videos on this, and
you have
there's this one YouTuber I watched. I can't remember his name, but he's a really good like reviewer YouTuber person. and he reviewed a bunch of the the entire series basically, and it's like it's pretty bad.
Okay, so it's going bad anyway.
Yeah, like bad F, like D or F, like that's how bad it would be.
Oh, wow. So, do you just want to go ahead and put in one of those?
Just put in D, just to fill it out, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
From what I can't explain how it's bad because I remember it's just like the animation quality was like poor, or like it was like to the point where it's like kind of creepy.
Yeah, this looks
or
like
unsettling.
one of those older licensed space cartoons, which they weren't
It's funny because it's not like as old as you think, but it's not like new. You know what I mean? Like I feel it's like late 2000s, early 2010s, like that kind of deal, something like that.
Wow.
I'm gonna have to fact check that, but it's something like that. It's not like I said, it's not new, but it's not old. That's what I'm trying to say. But anywho, I think it deserves D, from what I remember. Yeah.
Okay,
oh,
Johnny
boy.
Test. I think Johnny Test just gets a bad rap. I don't think it's as bad as a lot of people give it credit, as a lot of people make it out to be, but it's also not good.
Really?
Yeah, well, there are some episodes from it that I actually kind of remember fondly. But I know that the show is not great. But it's not, I think people just like to hate on it a little too much.
I think it's because, like, the general, like, thing for Johnny Test's, like, episodes is, like, you know, oh, make sure to get these like, specific sound effects in at all times, and it's, like, literally what everyone remembers. Like, everyone remembers, like, them for, like, the quirky sound effects that everyone, like, that every episode uses, or whatever.
Which is
right?
understandable.
Like, like, I can't even remember, like, an actual, like, episode, or, like, actually, maybe I can. I remember this, like, the one episode where, like, I think it was, the FBI people. It's like, I forgot their names. It's like Mr. White and Mr. Black.
Yeah.
They're, like, driving in a car with, like,
Mr.
Johnny
White,
and...
Mr. Black. The white guy was Mr. Black. Black guy was Mr. White.
Yeah, like I like those characters, but other than that, like I can't remember like a specific episode or anything. Like I remember the funny like sounds, but other than that, like I meme on it a lot too. Like that's the funny part.
Few of the episodes.
I don't know.
I think the one that I liked the most back then was like a Pokemon parody they had.
You know, like if it's something like that, I should have known it, but I don't. That's funny.
Yeah,
oh well, I mean, maybe it deserves C. I think top of C, to be honest.
You know what? Yeah, I don't think it ever got as bad as Family Guy, but I know nothing of Little Miss Shop.
I want to keep it above Family Guy, to be honest. I'm ranking it as a kids show, not like a adult show. Also, excuse my
whoever that is,
sneezing.
Bless you.
I'll tell her thank you after.
Recess. I know this is a good show, and I used to watch a lot of the episodes as a young kid, but I haven't ever went back to rewatch them, so my memory is very fuzzy.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have to agree with you, sorta. I mean, I don't know this. I'm gonna have to go with your choice here because I don't know anything about this one.
The show is called Recess.
I know it exists, but other than that, I don't know anything about it. Is this the one with the football head kid?
I think.
Like the Stewie Griffin looking?
Maybe?
It's not. I don't know. I don't think so.
Actually. Oh, no. That's Hey Arnold you're thinking of.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Is that on? It's probably on this list too. Anyway, well, let's just keep it at B for now. I don't know. If you want to move it later, you could.
Okay, KO is one of the shows that I also is like in DuckTales where I know it's good, but
It's a recent one.
Never found the time to watch it.
Yeah.
Mostly because anytime I would go to Cartoon Network, all they'd be playing was fucking Teen Titans Go.
Oh my lord!
And I'd get so sick of that show that I wouldn't even bother waiting till one of these episodes came up. So I'm gonna put it in good because I don't know.
See, I don't know much about this show either, other than it stars this kid. But The reason why I do know about it is because it did a Sonic crossover a little bit ago,
Oh yeah, they did.
and I heard that was pretty cool.
I
So
think the
you
show's
know,
done with now. Like that was one of the last episodes they did.
really okay. I mean, like again, this is a bit more recent, but you know,
Yeah.
but I think it deserves to be.
When I first saw the show, I instantly saw a lot of the anime and video game references, and that made me really want to watch it, but I just never got around to it.
I mean, you know,
So I
What
think
can you
we
do?
all know where this one's going.
is it an S?
It's not just an S.
Double S?
It's a double S. It's the second bias.
Deserved. I mean, like I can't say I watched like fully, but I know enough to know it deserves a double S.
Okay,
You know?
so you remember what I said about what drew me away from Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Is it because of overhype? Like, oh look, guys, please check out Avatar. It's the greatest thing ever.
I'm
okay,
that, but for Ben 10.
See, I might be mocking it, but like I do understand like this thing. Like it's pretty good. Okay, like I'm not making fun of anyone. And it's something for Ben 10. I know it's good. Okay. I'm gonna make fun of like stuff, but like you know I don't mean it. Okay.
Listen. Some people can take the jokes.
I don't know about-
can happen. Listen,
Well, shit. Ben 10. Okay.
Ben 10. It's what's the say about it? It's like an instant classic that's still going on to this day.
There's
Everyone
there's
loves
this.
it.
I don't know if it was in this specific one, but there's this one time where I think Ben 10 or Ben stood up to this bully, and then he was like, "Oh, you're not worth the time," and then he freaking gets laughed, and then the bullies get laughed at by the crowd because like they spilled the drink on Ben, and he was about to like transform or something, and then he doesn't.
I think
I saw that clip
Ben
recently.
10 just kind of accounts for all Ben 10s, so technically yes.
And then like this guy in the black shirt, I don't know if he was like related or he's like his brother. I forgot the relation, but then he's like, "Oh, I would have punched him." Yeah, I would have punched him.
That's like they get like a brotherly bond, but they're kind of rivals.
Oh,
If that
okay.
makes
I
sense.
mean, like I said, I haven't actually like watched it like properly, but I know enough. Like I've watched a few.
Kevin is definitely the Vegeta of Ben 10.
Gets destroyed. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Kevin
Anywho,
does not get wins in that show.
Ben 10 double S tier deserved.
Oh, 100%.
This next one's interesting.
Have you seen it?
I've seen a bit.
See, it's another one where I know it's good, but I've never seen it myself. So
See, it's interesting because you got characters from like Phineas and Ferb in it. Like you got like Doofenshmirtz in it as like a side character or something. Like oh, he lives in the main character's basement or like house or something for a bit. And I think Perry the Platypus even like shows up for a few episodes too, or something. Like
that's
I
pretty
don't,
cool.
I don't like. From the clips I've seen, Doofenshmirtz becomes like this weird uncle to like the main character or something like that. Like I don't understand like what's going on in it, but like, it's like I think it's by like the same people who made Phineas and Ferb. So I don't know.
Okay, I'm comfortable keeping it at good.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, like it's one of those shows that like I guess I got like. It was one of the times like I barely watched like I enjoyed Phineas and Ferb at the time, but then like I never got into like I guess this would be the sequel, but it's not the sequel. You know, like I don't know. It has a lot of references, but anyways, it deserves to be.
The Loud House. I've never watched it. Never had an inclination to watch it.
I have watched it
Do you like it?
because it's a modern day cartoon. It's still going on. Essentially, it's about this one kid, and it's this one kid, and he has like 10 billion sisters in like the same house.
Oh, that's a mood.
Like you got like this baby, you got like this emo chick, you got like this one like the typical like oh my gosh kind of girl, you know, and then like it's literally like every kind of like sister you can like imagine, and
So
then
they
it's like
kind of feel like they're stereotypes.
yeah, literally yeah. You even have like the rough housey kind or like the twin kind, like it's like that kind of stuff, and then like it's like basically the kid's like adventures and how like he deals with all his sisters and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then like you know you have some of those episodes where like I can remember some episodes where like the sisters like get so insane like crazy to the point where like the kid like the main character kid has enough. He gets upset and then all the sister siblings like go make it up to him or something. Like he ruins his date or something, and then like or not. There's like one episode where he did a date, but like I'm ranting now, but it's like it's not bad.
It's not.
In fact, I'd put it in good.
You would put it in good. Okay.
I would put it in good. It's just like.
Where would you say?
I think not there. Maybe bottom of B. It's
Bottom?
like, see, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, it's one of these shows that like they push nowadays because it's popular. I guess. Think of it as like it's like Teen Titans Go kinda.
Oh.
They
That's not a good comparison.
They pushed this on like Nickelodeon. I think that's why like people think it's a bit annoying, but
Okay.
there's a bit of a, from what I know, there's a little bit of a fan base. But you know how fan bases go. Anywho, it deserves B, I think. This one is interesting.
Now, this might be a controversial pick, but I think Robot Chicken's pretty good.
I want to hear what you think about. I want to hear your explanation for this one.
Okay. When I was a kid, I was told not to watch Adult Swim. I still watched Adult Swim.
And then this was on.
This was on. Robot Chicken was on. Now, Robot Chicken is weird. This show is morbidly fascinating to me. But not only that, this is the show that taught me the world of...
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, this is probably going to come off way worse than it actually is. The world of LGBT.
Ah.
Plus.
Okay. I mean.
So, like, this is the world that taught me that gays exist.
And
I don't know, it was just... Well, sure, they may have poked fun at him every now and then. I never felt like it was mean-spirited, and I dare say that I just never questioned why a man would like another man, because this show just introduced me to the concept so smoothly. Like,
that's very interesting. Yeah.
It's weird, but...
No, it makes a lot of sense. It's just strange that you got introduced to this concept from Robot Chicken of all shows.
I was a kid, and my parents... Now, they never hid it away from me or anything like that, to my knowledge. I just don't think that they particularly talked about it.
Right.
And
I think it's the same for me, to a more extreme extent. Well, not extreme extent, but like I didn't really got the talk from that. But anyway, my experience of Robot Chicken, I remember, like, if I were like to be told, hey, do you remember anything from Robot Chicken? Like the one episode where Scooby-Doo go to like it's like the Scooby-Doo and Friday the 13th crossover where they meet Jason.
I remember that.
It was such a weird one. Very interesting.
If you were to ask me that same question, I'd say the one where Optimus Prime died of cancer.
See, I don't remember.
That one scarred me for life. I saw that before I saw his death in the movie, the animated movie.
If we're talking about ones that scarred me, we're talking. I want to talk about the one that like I think it was what, the Muppets, like the little Muppets or something, and then they got killed.
Oh my god!
Then they were trying to figure out who the killer was, and then like they figured out they drowned the one guy in the pool, and then they revealed himself to be at the stage or something, and then he killed one of the bears on the stage, and it was like,
Sus.
oh, it's part of the funny, isn't it? Haha, you know, or something like, you know. But anyways, I think it deserves an A. Yeah.
Okay.
Scarred me for life, but you know.
I'm not gonna put it in front of Jake Long though.
I agree. I mean, sure.
I think that
ruins,
if I'm going to put this in A, then I have to at least put it in the bottom of A.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. Like, it ruined a bunch of childhood stuff like me, like Pokemon and
Yeah, like
I guess Mario. I don't.
this show did some stuff that was legitimately messed up, but I do think that it was okay.
Undoubtedly. It was so weird. Like, I don't know.
I've
Anyways.
never seen Rocko's Modern Life.
I can't say I have either. I mean, like, it got special, like, sort of recent, like 2016, 2017. Like, I got a
Really?
bit of a revive, but not really. One of those, like, hour specials.
Oh, like a Netflix movie like Invader Zim.
Maybe. I mean, I don't think. Maybe I'm getting it wrong, but yeah, I think this one was too soon for me or something because I never watched it. I never saw it on TV.
Same. I think I'd
Never got
see
introduced to
it on Nickelodeon or something, and then I'd go on with my day. Like I don't think I watched it very much.
Yeah. Yeah.